The club may not be going up on a Tuesday, but smell the coffee definitely is. You're joined by Dinah Master and Aina Raza Quayo on this windy, chilly-ish Tuesday morning. How
It's
you doing?
very chilly, not chilly-ish. It's a very, very chilly. And I'm doing okay. Since I don't like to get cold, I'm a bit irritated now because it's cold. Like, we are in summer, but we are in winter. What's going on?
I call it bipolar weather.
Even last night it was so cold. Everyone was writing on their status, why is it so cold?
Yeah.
Even yesterday it was cold. I just don't know. Is it a cold front? Is it raining in some towns?
I honestly don't know what's going on. Well, we know what's going on. It's the effects of global warming. But, you know, I don't understand why it's so windy. Because I woke up this morning to step outside. And I was like, yo, it's actually quite chilly. So I really don't understand what is going on. My mom was explaining that in England, the weather is also like bipolar like that. Like you get all 4 seasons in one day. You wake up and it's like warm, and then out of nowhere it starts raining. Out of nowhere it's windy. Sometimes a bit of snow. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get. Yeah, but it's hectic. But I'm glad that we are in this Tuesday where we get to choose ourselves. I can't wait for the weekend. Like, not that there is anything exciting to look for. I'm just like, I just need to rest.
Yeah.
I think the more we get towards the end of the year, the more the fatigue gets worse and worse and worse. Yeah.
I'm half asleep as you're saying this right now. Like I am also just so tired. And to make it worse, I took like an allergy tablet yesterday, and it didn't kick in until later.
Yeah.
So I think I'm still, for lack of better terms, under the influence of that allergy medicine. Because it's that one that makes you drowsy.
Oh, I hate medicine that makes you drowsy.
Yeah.
Like, so can't you just come in my body, do your work, and not affect me? Yeah.
And leave. But it is what it is, man. I think, like you're saying, the weekend, we're looking forward to it. And what's crazy is today is already Tuesday. I was thinking about it yesterday as I was, looking for our stories. I'm like, oh my goodness. Then it's just Wednesday, Thursday, and then we're done for the week.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
The days go fast.
They go real fast.
They go really, really fast.
And just now we're in December. And then we're in January again. This life, no balance.
This life, no
We
balance.
are living as soon as possible. Jeez. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
We do have some interesting stories here on Smell the Coffee, because when do we not?
Yeah.
So we'll be right back with those right after this break.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Now today, in another installment of What Did He Do? Yo, it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
So Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of raping 13-year-old girl with 2 other celebrities at VMA's after party, and the victim says he had a crazed look in his eyes. Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of allegedly drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl as 2 celebrities joined in at a VMA's after party in New York 2 decades ago, according to a new wave of lawsuits. The disturbing allegations were laid bare in a slew of civil lawsuits filed against a fallen music mogul in the Southern District of New York late Sunday. In one of the suits, an alleged teen victim, only identified as Jane Doe, claims she was attacked after having 1 drink that left her feeling woozy and lightheaded at the drug-fueled house party in September of 2000, the court papers charge. Looking for a place to rest, plaintiff entered what she believed to be an empty bedroom so she could lie down for a moment, the suit states. Combs aggressively approached the plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You're ready to party," the filing added. The woman alleges she was then pinned down and raped by Combs and the male celebrity as the unnamed female star watched. She claims Combs tried to force her to perform oral sex, but she fought him off by hitting him in the neck, according to the filing. The alleged victim said she then grabbed her clothes and left the bedroom, roaming naked through the house looking for the exit. Once outside, the then teen put on her clothes and walked to a nearby gas station where a female clerk who noticed her distress let her use the phone to call her dad to pick her up, the filing added. After the assault, plaintiff fell into a deep depression which continues to affect every facet of her life, the suit said. The girl said she'd ended up at the party after trying to get into the VMA's show at Radio City Music Hall, where Diddy was in attendance with Jennifer Lopez, his girlfriend at the time, without a ticket earlier that night. In a bid to cajole her way inside, the alleged victim said she approached several limousine drivers outside the venue, including one who worked for Combs, and invited her to the after party. The driver, who allegedly told her that she fit what Diddy was looking for, later drove her to a large white house with a gate U-shaped driveway, the suit claimed. She claims she signed an NDA preventing her from talking about what she saw at the celebrity-filled party.
Yo, these NDAs, these celebrities are going to make you sign an NDA.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, they will make you sign an NDA. It's like you want to party with the stars, you gotta sign.
And I appreciate the NDAs, but I just think, like, if you have to make me sign, there's something sketchy. There's something that you are doing that you shouldn't be doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making people sign.
I understand, like, over 18, but why are you making an under 13? Like, a 13-year-old?
Because they are the ones with loose mouths. They are the ones that can say
Yo,
anything
guys.
immediately.
But like you're saying, it's very shady. The minute there's an end date, it's like, what you trying to do?
Yeah.
What you trying to do? Yeah, but I think that's the thing with
just party responsibly. Party, like, make an open party, bruh. What?
But it's not even, okay, I understand in the concept of like,
yeah, these people are celebrities also. They also don't want their business. Like, if you don't make them sign NDAs, you will see your pictures trending with while you're dancing on the tables. And now the brands, or you are probably drinking beer, but that time you're endorsed by Ciroc. And now the next day you're on social media trending with beer, Tafel Lager, and Ciroc is like, no, we are done with you.
We're done with you.
Yeah.
It's true. I understand that. And I also understand, like, in the aspect of when you guys are working on something, like a project or whatever, so you don't reveal the secrets. But for like a party, you know, some of these celebrity parties, you actually have to leave your phone at the door. You can't enter with the phone. You take off your smartwatch. You take off everything. I'm like, yo, that's shady business.
That's wild. But from one celebrity to another celebrity, this celebrity is somewhat related because they were like besties, or maybe not besties, just friends. Let's talk about Diddy. While other people are going out of, not Diddy, Jay-Z rather, while other people are going out of their bag, he remains within his bag. Now, Jay-Z and NFL have renewed their contract. So they have extended their contract. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell confirmed that Jay-Z will continue to work with NFL, and this is according to a Bloomberg report. It's been a mutually positive relationship. I'm not sure either of us really spent time much talking about contracts, Goodell said at the NFL owner meeting in Atlanta on Tuesday, the 15th of October. Jay-Z is happy, Desiree Perez is happy, I am happy, so we are all good. Jay-Z's entertainment company Roc Nation inked a 5-year deal with NFL in 2019 to come on board as a live music entertainment strategist. The partnership is valued at $25 million to produce a Super Bowl halftime show, according to ESPN. In addition to choosing the performer of the world's biggest stage, the rapper and businessman will continue to lead the league's social justice Inspire Change campaign. According to NFL, the Inspire Change campaign has created $55 million in grants for social justice organization, with the team contributions equating to more than $248 million to non-profits fighting for change. So far, Jay-Z has chosen Shakira Jennifer Lopez, The Weeknd, Dr. Dre, with Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, and Anderson .Paak, Rihanna, and most recently Usher, who was joined by Alicia Keys, Hair, and will.i.am, Lil Jon, Jermaine Dupri, and Ludacris to perform at the Super Bowl. The next Super Bowl will be on the 9th of November, and that one would be headlined by Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, to be honest, the Super Bowl halftime show has always been like a spectacle. Like, people look forward
to it,
because, you know, a lot of people don't actually know what the Super Bowl halftime show is. I mean, they know what it is, but they don't know that it's just, you know, in the middle of a game. Do you understand? It's kind of like when you go watch, let me say, rugby, and then that 15-minute break, there's a performance. So people think that it's literally just an event on its own. They don't realize it's in the middle of a game.
I didn't know this, actually.
Yeah. So
it's in the middle of the game.
It's in the middle of the game.
Oh, I thought it's like something, I didn't even know there was games happening.
Yeah, exactly. So it's for the final, which is basically, if we take, for example, let's say the rugby league, right? So all of the teams are placed. Now it's basically between the two top teams,
yes.
so that they choose a winner who's going to win the Super Bowl that year. So yeah. So
who won it last year? You know?
Was it the? No, I do not know. I just know Travis Kelce's team. What team does he play for? I know they won.
Oh, Taylor Swift's team.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's team, because her man's is on the team. Their team won. So yeah, so a lot of people didn't realize that, you know, that's actually what the Super Bowl is. Because again, American football is not something that's really big here in Africa. It's like, oh, okay, we watched the Super Bowl halftime show for that. So as a result, people think that it's just a show on its own. But yeah, I mean, like they're saying, it's been a mutually beneficial agreement. So I don't see why they would need to terminate it. Kudos to them, man. I hope we get more banging performances. Well, that brings us to the end of our top stories. Right after this, we're getting into our interview segment.
If there is something that I love talking about, is definitely yoga and just being in my Zen moment. It's wellness, and it's everything that just makes me calm and, you know, just give me a peace of mind. Today, I'm so excited to be talking to Georgina from the Yoga Garden. She's actually the co-founder, and the Yoga Garden is organizing the Yoga and Holistic Health Workshop, and that is what our conversation would be centered around. How are you doing?
Thank you, Aina. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us what inspired you to create the Yoga and Holistic Health Workshop.
Yes, so the Yoga Garden is a yoga community. We call us on purpose a community instead of a studio. We are giving yoga classes since a couple of years here in Windhoek, primarily in the village, and then also in a sweet little guest house in Windhoek West.
Nice.
And this year we thought, no, let us also add something this year onto our spectrum, and let's organize a workshop, especially towards the end of the year. You know that people get into that rush of, what did I achieve this year? Am I actually feeling better? Did I actually pursue those goals that I had by the beginning of the year? So this was a bit the thinking of placing it towards the end of the year to support actually our community in pursuing maybe some of their health journeys they are having.
I love that, because, you know, towards the end of the year, we have that thing called the end year fatigue, and everyone is really just anxious. Have I done anything, like you've said? So I think you couldn't have chosen a better time for this workshop. So how do you then blend the yogic concept and research for this workshop?
Yes. So we will be talking about health, but in a broader spectrum. So health is, in our opinion, everything that we consume, right? So if we are unhealthy, there's an imbalance in what we are consuming. And consumption is not only maybe food or anything like this, but anything we would be seeing maybe on the media, but even anything, let's say a conversation we would be having that was not so healthy for us, or a relationship that might be toxic for us. So anything that we are consuming in our life contributes to our well-being. So in that case, we are looking at health in the physical, so in our body, in the mental, which would be now our mind, and in the more all over soul or heart concept, which would be our emotional health. So in all of those branches, there is yogic concepts that support us. So there is ancient philosophy and kind of pillars of knowledge that they guide us through what should we do or what can we do to actually feel happier, feel healthier. And we will take them and look at them with the view of today. What of those things are applicable today? How are they applicable in my own life, in your own life? Everyone has a different routine. Everyone have different preferences in their everyday life. So we will almost look at them and tailor make for each one of us like a small schedule of what can we do, what can we integrate in our lives to feel happier and healthier.
Wow, okay. So like you've mentioned, I understand now that the workshop would explore emotional, physical, spiritual, mental health. Let's probably talk about emotional health. What can I as an attendee expect? What areas would you touch on emotional health, for example?
Yes, usually what many times I perceive as most important to people is how do I perceive my emotions and how can I regulate them? And now, coming from obviously from our yoga background, we are always saying, join our yoga classes. This already is a great way of regulate your emotions, of dedicating 1 hour for your physical movement and for your breath work and for your small meditations here and there to regulate your state. But there's also other ways of doing that. So in that workshop, we will not do any of the usual yoga class things. So we will not go into physical movement, but we will rather explore if I'm perceiving, okay, I'm not well and something is disturbing my emotional state right now, what is the strategy? What can I do to make myself feel better or to go about it in my day?
Okay, so I'm new to yoga. I've never done yoga in my life. Well, I attempt to do it following YouTube videos in my own space. But for people who are new like me, what are some of the other benefits of yoga? I know you've mentioned that, you know, regulating your emotion, breath control, and so forth and so on. Maybe you can just expand those benefits for us.
Yes, thank you. No, you know, actually all of us, we started with YouTube. Even me years ago, I just started with YouTube because there's a lot of great teachers online. So that's a good day nowadays. It's a good way nowadays to, you know, to get into our practice. The benefits of yoga, I don't know how much time you have or how much time I'm allowed to speak.
You can give me 3 or 4.
Okay. So if you look at, for example, what the yogis are feedbacking us after our classes, we are having 1 hour classes, and the usual way how it goes is at the very beginning we're having 5 to 10 minutes of getting into the spirit of it. So we are having a breathing technique, we're having a small meditation to tune ourselves in and get, you know, into the mood, and then we are doing tough physical work. So we are really getting our muscles to work, and we are doing very, very funny, sometimes flexibility movements. So once this class is done, this combination of, you know, having had something that makes the mind feel clearer, but at the same time makes the body feel more open and more stronger. This combination of all of those things in only 1 hour gives us usually the feedback from the yogis that after this 1 hour they feel so at peace because they feel somehow more, I don't know, aligned, and aligned with themselves. So they go home and they actually can take that very positive energy into the rest of the evening or maybe even into the rest of their weeks.
Okay, love that. So then how do you go about creating material, guided material for your participants during these workshops? Something that they can take home, you know, to go through, you know, maybe it's a piece of, you know, black and white printed notes that, okay, if you are going to do this at home, this is what you should do. How do you go about finding that material? Yes.
So there's a variety of things. Firstly, in the workshop itself, we will have an eye on really wanting to create that community feeling. So we're having our small breakfast breaks and snacks and all that. So we want also the participants to connect each other, because the people who are there, they will be like-minded people because they are there for a reason.
Yes.
They want to do something.
They're interested in yoga.
Yes,
yes.
And maybe to just become healthy or make a change in their life, to do something different, you know. So that already somehow connects. So we will really have an eye on connecting the participants towards each other as well, through discussions, to group works and all that. So this is just the non-physical, like the non-material aspect, let's say. And the material aspect is we will definitely have you know, materials to work in the workshop. Like, for example, we will do a couple of self-tests on different types of, I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to spoil that.
You want people to come.
Yes, exactly. So we will be doing self-tests on a couple of things so you can understand yourself better within the workshop. We are also giving them a printed guide with the things that we discussed so that they can go through them and go again at home. And in that guide as well, we don't know yet if we will also send it out via email. We have a whole list of resources that we ourselves know and we recommend to then follow up. For example, in one certain topic, then we will have a lecture that was uploaded on YouTube from university, a certain podcast that we liked about the topic, or like a whole bunch of resources, so that if you pick one topic that you actually want to dive into yourself a bit more, you have the resources from us.
Okay. You spoke about snacks earlier, so I just want to find out from you, how does nourishment and mindful eating tie into holistic health and this philosophy of promoting it?
It's a tricky one because, you know, when it comes to food, it becomes so personal. But the truth is, or what we are always saying is, you go well if you follow that rule of eating the rainbow. So the more colorful your platter is with a lot of different variety of things, the more different nutrients and you know, vitamins you're getting into your body. And you know, this is ultimately the goal of getting food right into our system, is to get energy, to get the vitamins, to get the nutrients. So the more I'm seeing maybe eating from that perspective, and not only from the perspective of I need to eat to, you know, there's this emotional eating that sometimes we tend to eat when we don't feel as well, and we do that as a relief. And this is very valid. It is deeply rooted in us. But the more we, you know, we somehow shift that mindset into I want to eat because I want to feel vital. What do I need to eat to feel more vital? The more something also changes in our body, because you will see with time that your body will actually crave something very unusual. Suddenly it will crave an apple or a broccoli or maybe a chicken breast or whatever it is.
That would do for me now.
That is your wisdom of your body speaking, knowing what it needs right now, you see?
Okay. So I understand that you are looking to host a workshop for 14 people. You have limited seats. Maybe you can touch on why is that, when is the workshop, and how do we get the tickets, or how do we get to come to this workshop?
Yes, thank you. The workshop, if you have our old flyer, we needed to postpone it for 1 week. So the workshop will take place Saturday morning, 9:30 until 1 on the 2nd of November. It will take place in one of the beautiful boardrooms there, right there at the Village Garden Coffee Place. So there will be the one hosting us and taking care of our coffees and of our snacks and all that. And if you've been there, you know it will be. We will be taken care of well. The room is a boardroom with limited seats. That's the reason why there's the
only
seats.
14 seats. Okay.
Yes, and the way you would contact us, you would just give us a WhatsApp message, or you contact us via our Instagram. It's _yoga garden.
Okay, yes. Georgina, thank you very much for joining us on Smell the Coffee. We wish you all the best with this workshop.
Thank you.
We will be right back. Please do stay with us.
And just like that, the show is over just for today. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place.